Well, no, I wanted to ask you what it is that actually happened. So it sounded like you lost your snake. What happened? Did the authorities become involved?
Well, here in British Columbia, Canada, West Coast, it became something to me like a horrible. About 2009, they made like a new law. Then the Permit Bureau fabricated actually the legislation, and they began killing animals for no reason. So I have been in court and in appeal board in and out trying to stop all that. For example, my BigFoot and his family, I am not allowed to show to anybody at all. Nobody in British Columbia or in Canada can see him. So, and his family. I have his offspring. His family has another 5 pythons than I have. So generally, I've been trying to do that, and the government was running me around in a circles, and not just me, but everybody who had what they label exotic animal. Everybody became like an enemy of the country. They claim that we are, that we are abusing them. Like everybody who is an animal exotic is an abuser,
Right.
and it's cruel, and that kind of atmosphere they created here, and we are kind of hanging on. Let's say nobody in British Columbia can rescue those animals that are listed. Over 1,000 animals they listed, and nobody is allowed to rescue them. There's one person, actually, one veterinarian who has a permit to rescue, but he's in very limited space. He was in one by one. So, and everybody who had animal had to apply for the permit. They would raid the place. They made a condition that was not possible to meet. So this time, if somebody has one of those animals, they call them CAS, which means what is it? Control alien species.
Okay.
Control species. If somebody has one and didn't apply for the permit, and now he cannot get rid of it, because if he tried to get rid of it legally, they would fine him, like a big money. And so some people now abandon those animals, and nobody is allowed to rescue them. So the situation became kind of, to me, like a horror, because just a little while ago, let's say approximately 4 weeks ago, conservation officer killed more than 40 pythons. More than 40 pythons were killed just like no problem. They are killing the bears. Just the bear walking down the river takes a wrong turn to the town. They come and shoot them in front of people. So we have a situation here that in Alberta, just the next province to us, they had to make a legislation prohibiting conservation officers that they cannot come to your place and shoot your pet in front of you.
Wow.
Can you imagine?
You would think it's common sense, that's crazy. Well, at what point did they come for your? At what point did they come for Bigfoot? At what point did they come, and did they try to actually? Did they come and take him away from you? Take her away from you?
No.
Okay.
I had to build. Also, by the way, it's called urban safari. rescue society, which rescues lots of other animals as well. Mm-hmm. And my wife is in a board of directors, and I am just a member, I would say. And in that place, I had to build completely separate rooms for my, what they call CAS.
Right. Wow.
So I had to build it, and it cost me a lot of money. And now, on the windows, I had to have, the windows must be blacked out, so nobody can see them. So where is the problem that or why nobody is allowed to see those 5 that I have now?
That's crazy.
It was just a made up, fabricated prohibition. So I had to build it, and of course, I cannot breed them, so they had to be separated. And
so
what happened.
You have 5 other snakes right now?
Yeah, I have also, like I said, I have 5 offspring of the BigFoot. Then I have some other, like boa constrictors or king snakes. Those are no problem. The people can see them.
Right.
And right next to them are my 5 that nobody is allowed to see them. And so I have been in a court. I also have been in appeal board, fighting against those made up or fabricated regulation, which prohibit basically we are prohibited to rescue animals. All those animals that they are CAS, right, they control alien species, we are forbidden to rescue them.
That's horrible.
And that's the reason they can come, like I said, no problem killing more than 40 pythons because somebody had no permit, and we who have a permit, I have a permit to keep those, but I am prohibited to rescue some others.
Do you think that that's a little bit like animal abuse in itself, that they're just letting these animals go like that?
I believe and I know this is the abusement of animals and also animal lovers, because we are hurt when animals are being killed for no reason. We could rescue them, but we are not allowed to. So they're abusing the power, right and left. And those are the people in the government, the little ones, who are abusing their power. And they created that kind of situation. In my case, first they claim that it was legislation. Well, the lawyers find out that there is no such a legislation. Contrary to that, legislator refused to make a prohibition on displaying. So there was no legislation. They claimed, they had it on the internet, that there is prohibition legislated to display those animals. When I proved that there was no legislation, they said, no, it is just the policy. And there was no policy either.
That's crazy.
Now they are claiming it is just the regulation. So they keep changing things around, and the animals suffer, and we animal lovers suffer as well. And I believe that, like my BigFoot, and animals, they deserve some dignity in this world.
Yes.
And in British Columbia, there is no such a thing as dignity at all. It was created by those little people in the government. And once they say they are control alien species, there is only one way for them to kill them. Well, they call it euthanizing.
Right, euthanizing it.
And they do it.
It's horrible. That's horrible. Are you going to do anything as far as battling the situation? Are you reaching out to any organizations or anyone else?
I'm still, just 2 weeks ago, they requested that I apply again so I can, if it doesn't happen, if it doesn't stop, next year I'm going to go across Canada all the way to Ottawa, to Prime Minister, and if he doesn't stop it, then I'm going to go to United Nations, to New York, so maybe then I'll see you.
Very nice. Yes, if you do come to New York, let us know. I will definitely love to talk to you more about this, and I'll stand out there to help you out, because I believe you're right. It's a shame. These animals need to be treated with dignity first and foremost, regardless of any laws in place or any other issues. It's just first and foremost, we cannot forget that they're animals and they're alive and they deserve the best possible. So this obviously isn't it. As we learned with you, and unfortunately the demise of BigFoot as well. Well, good luck on your battle. I mean, Jozef, I appreciate you talking to us about it and telling us about your experience. Is there anything that we can do to help you out and, get the word out a little bit more about what it is you're trying to accomplish?
I would like to. Now, the problem that I have here in Canada is that the media, most media are supported or by the government.
Right.
And they will not, like what I just told you, that the government abusing the power, they will not publish that sentence. They take it out. So if you can...
we will publish it.
Pardon?
I said we will publish it. Don't worry, Jozef. We will let everybody know. That definitely it's something that needs to be examined. And in the very least, I think the government should be open to speaking with people who are concerned with the safety and the welfare of these animals. Some other organizations, like maybe like the new CanHerp that's coming up, or some of the other organizations forming in Canada.
Well, I'm hoping that you will at least put part of my speech.
No worries.
My concern, because you are not in Canada and you are not supported by Canada. You are not subsidized by the Canada. Mm-hmm. So you can do it, but our media are very, very soft on the government, and that's the reason why we and animals do suffer.
Yes, agreed.
And please do what you can to spread what's going on here.